Hello and welcome to part 5 of this Let's Play thing where I do the vanilla dungeons with bots. And as you could probably tell, there is something a little bit different. And that being, I took the plunge and decided to just say F it, and I removed the graphical patches, or I basically reverted them back to the vanilla default or whatever, because there's just so many things that I noticed with the graphical patches that I was just like, man, either it just doesn't mesh well, either it just doesn't mesh well together or something with the vanilla game. I don't know. It just did not look good for a lot of things. And certain things were just like inexcusable to me, such as the power word shield effect. And I was like, you know what? Let's just go back to the tried and true vanilla aesthetic. And yeah, I mean, I've already liked the totems a lot better in their mostly Tauren looking aesthetic, but they definitely look a lot less shitty in my opinion than those weird like horde tent looking things that barely look different from one another. And one other thing that I added is that I said that I didn't know of any add-on that allowed you to change the floating combat text. Well, it turns out that there was. So it's called MSBT. It's Mix Scrolling Battle Text. Mix Scrolling Battle Text. And I had to get it from like some GitHub, but that has like an archive of all these vanilla add-ons or something, or at least the version that was for vanilla. Yeah, it looks very familiar. I've probably seen it in like a million old PvP videos or something. I'm positive I've seen this kind of one, so it must have been pretty popular. But that is the new one I have, and so far I definitely like it better than the vanilla. I was able to customize where the things are, like I think damage taken as well as healing is over here, and then damage done I have over here, and then stuff like buffs and debuffs is in the middle kind of here. So it's yeah, I definitely think it's better right now. And yeah, I talked with the owner of the server, Ace, on Discord about a few things, and it turns out that the drinking of the water and the eating and stuff, that's actually like they don't do it on stop. They could keep doing it if they already started it on stop, but if they didn't start doing it yet, then in some cases, I guess maybe all the cases, the healer wasn't drinking at least. It's because I had preemptively had put on stop before they would start drinking, and that's when doing start would eventually make them drink and everything. My guess is that the healer is going through some more whatever AI role that they're set to, the healing one. My guess is that they probably are checking for more things, and maybe they just don't go through that loop or whatever you want to call it, that method loop, like as quickly as the DPS ones that probably go to it much quicker. So that's probably why they wouldn't do it as quickly as the other ones. As well as they might have been busy doing other stuff like topping people up just after the fight was over and everything like that. But I was recommended, as I already was planning on doing, to change their role somewhat because I learned that with healers, like that's the thing is that you could change. Here, I got a thing here. Let me just drag it down. You can change the role of whatever companion you have, depending on what class they are and what roles they have available, basically. You can change their behavior basically at any time you want, no matter what they are initially hired as. They won't, at least with these basic companions, it might be different for ones when you get them to the higher tiers and upgrade them at like level 60 and stuff like that. But that's a whole different story. But you could change their roles, which essentially just changes their AI to do a different kind of behavior. So like healers will do a different kind of like AI loop compared to a DPS for that same class. So what you could do is you could hire a DPS and then assign them to be a healer if you wanted to, but they might not be as effective because they have DPS gear. Or what I'm gonna most likely do is you can assign like hire a healer and then set them as an off healer, so they'll have the healing bonus gear and stuff like that, and be built for that healing role. But if you set them as a DPS or an off healer or whatever, they will also try to contribute DPS primarily when they are not doing their off healer role based on whatever threshold of health you tell them to actually heal people up to, or heal when they get below a certain threshold when to heal, essentially. So that's what I'm going to do, because the healer just doing healing is extremely ineffective. Or not ineffective or inefficient. It's just, it's not that great when you would rather them be at least somewhat contribute damage to some extent. Like, yeah, you don't want them to be running out of mana just to be doing pure damage. But at the same time, it's like the faster stuff dies, the less healing that you need. So it's like, you know, it's... And especially, I found, at least with the healers, when you don't have them set to a certain threshold to heal, they will do the shit that I was seeing with that one healer. It seemed, at least, where he was just spamming low-ranking heal spells, but then kind of wasting all of his mana, just topping people up kind of deal, which isn't that efficient. While it works to fill his role, it's like it's not that great in terms of efficiency. So essentially, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a healer, or hire them as a healer, and then I'm going to set them as a DPS, but then set their off heal value to, like, I don't know, 70 or 75% or something like that. So they will actually, you know, do both roles in a sense, and hopefully it'll work out effectively. However, I've been advised for druids that it's not great to set druids to DPS as well as off healer, because the way that they try to do DPS, depending on what it is, they might be changing forms a lot, and that shifting between forms drains their mana like fucking nuts. And yeah, they do it kind of stupidly, I guess. So it's ill-advised to have I guess a druid set to melee DPS and then also off healing, because they're gonna keep shifting back and forth, and then they're just gonna be out of mana all the time. I'm not sure what happens if you set the range DPS if you can, but yeah, that's something to note. And the other things about that, this is how you could set some of those things, like the off heal threshold and stuff like that. You have to whisper this directly to them, and as well as you could do the same for the actual healer role, which is what I should have done, so they wouldn't be just constantly topping you off at 100% or whatever. And you could also do other stuff if you want, like set percentage that they will drink at, set percentage that they will eat at for their health and mana and stuff like that. I'm going to do that off camera when I hire the companions, but just a note for anybody wanting to know about that, I guess. I got some nice person. I was able to get a bunch of gold from selling that stuff on the auction house a few days ago when I got done with the dead mines and a bunch of other crap that I found in chests and stuff. And I got a decent amount of money. You know, the money goes quickly though. It's you get it quick and then it goes away quick again. But I got some spells, stuff like Ghost Wolf, which is really handy. A bunch of other stuff, just upgrades mostly. Oh, I got Frost Shock. I think that was at level 20. Yeah, I got Frost Shock and stuff like that. I got the water quest, but I'm not going to be doing it at the very least until I'm done with WC here. Oh yeah, and that's the dungeon we're going to be running today is Wailing Caverns. I have all of the quests for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's more that are inside, I believe, when you get to the end and everything, but this is all 6 that you could get from outside before actually going in there. But yeah, since I got a bunch of money, I decided to look out for bags on the auction house, and some nice person had 2 12 slot mage weave bags up for 50 silver each, which I thought was a pretty good steal, all things considered, so I decided to buy those. And now I have another 8 slots of inventory to fill up, which is pretty damn nice. It's probably still going to get filled up like crazy, I know that, but at least I'll have more space to work with. But with all that aside, man, I am honestly so not regretting going back to the old vanilla graphics, because man, there was just something so off with so many of those models and so many of the effects. It's like, it just doesn't, felt like it did not fit. It was so overdone with some of them. I just did not like it. And some of the spell icon changes and shit, I don't know. I just could not stomach it after a while. But yeah, let me shut the hell up and let's hire our companions. And as you can see, the price has gone up quite a bit. At level 19, and at level 19, I believe it was 9 silver for the first one, and then at level 20, it has shot up already to 20 silver. So yeah. I'm thinking that this time, I'm still gonna go with 4, or I mean, 3, like, 3 companions instead of an entire full group. Because I think Wailing Caverns is going to be a decent amount easier overall than Dead Mines, and the fact that we were able to do Dead Mines with just 3, and this time we're going to be doing the off healer thing. So, depending on the composition, I think I'm going to still go with 3. This time, at least. I don't know about the later dungeons that we're going to do, but this one I think will be fine. Let's roll a d8. God damn it, man. Yeah, yeah, thank you. Oh, man. Oh, shit. A fucking hunter. This... Well, I don't know. We will see how they perform, but I am not too thrilled. Female troll. I have a feeling I'm going to be telling her to put away her pet, unfortunately, but we'll have to see. And I'm also going to be trying not to turn off spells as much, because from what I was told, like, Ace is right that Fear is a very powerful CC spell, as well as stuff like Psychic Scream, and it's very useful. And those times in Deadmine that we wiped, honestly, if the AI were not restricted to not using those, they probably, we could have not wiped in some cases. If you're careful and you pull back and you do it in open areas, Fear is not that destructive, like, overall. So yeah, I think it's a good idea probably not to turn those off in a lot of situations, as I was. Okay. I rolled a 1, so we're getting a warrior. This should be interesting. Well, obviously there's going to be melee DPS. And an undead. Okay. We're going to get an undead guy. Javin. You got Jin and Javin. Alright, now we want to try and get a healer. Damn, 45 silver for that fucking third one. Holy shit. Okay, well, what's our healer gonna be? 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That is a rogue. 1, that's a warrior. 1, 4. Fucking dice rolling shit. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Priest. Well, that'll work. We will get them as a healer. Yeah, because I think a troll would be more fitting for the barons, at least. Like, maybe 1 undead's fine, but 2, it's like, eh. So let's get a male troll. Oh yeah, we did have a male troll priest last time. God, he wasn't a female. Now let's see how expensive it is. 80 silver. Yeah, it's pretty fucking expensive. God damn. I think we'll be fine for basically the entire dungeon, but that last part with the escort might be pretty tough, not gonna lie. I think I'm just gonna stick with 3, and then if we need it at that final part or whenever, I will use the z.z clone command on myself, which you can do, interestingly, or whatever the hell it's called, like clone, and it'll actually make like an exact clone of yourself that'll be there for like 10 or 15 minutes or something, but it has like a 30-minute cooldown. So essentially, if you need like a quick companion sort of deal, you could do that, which is pretty damn handy. So in this case, I think we might do that. One, just to save money, and maybe to make it more interesting. I don't know. What kind of gear you got? Healing, wand. Damn, look at you. Look at you, Mr. fucking tryhard. Got the Ruin of Perfection from the, I believe that's the PvP trinket. Nice. Damn, yeah. You got some pretty good stuff, bro. Do they all have that? Yeah, they do. Kind of, yeah. Ruin of Duty, it's the same deal. Damn, damn, damn. It's nice to look at the, it's interesting to look at the kind of like fucking twink gear that these that these companions get. Damn. And you don't have a helmet? That's curious. That you'd think that they would like at least get that stupid they don't just get that basic like cloth hood that some of the companions would get, even though they're yeah, that's interesting. Oh yeah, that's another thing I was gonna say is that I think I mentioned this in the other thing, but the reason the priest wasn't using renew is because he apparently they prefer to or only most of the time use something like renew on people specified as the tank, which is why after I got this shield specialization point, he did use it. But at least that's what Ace told me is that it's very mana inefficient, so they prefer not to use it or that kind of. It's a very low priority spell to use kind of deal. But I might tell the hunter to put her pet away. Hopefully he won't spam Sunder Armor, but we'll have to see. If he does, then I'll just have him turn it off. If he keeps pulling threat or some shit. I'm not going to turn off Psychic Scream. I'm going to leave that on. It could cause problems, but it's pretty likely not to. I'll have you keep your hat on, Javin, because I think it fits you. So I have to target them, and then do .z set R DPS. Is set to range DPS, so now his AI is changed. Default, your hybrid companions in a non-healer role will attempt to help out with healing if somebody is below 50% health. This command allows you to change that threshold. Okay, so even if you don't change their role or anything like that, by default, I guess the DPS classes or whatever that are the hybrid ones like paladins, probably druids, and other shit like that. By default, they will try to heal people if they go below 50%. Which, depending on what you want to do, you probably might want to send that even lower so they don't get interrupted all the time or some shit. But in that case, yeah, it's 50%. So what I want to do is to set that threshold higher for him because I don't want... I mean, we'd be fine too with that, but I'd rather it be higher just for safety kind of deal. So in that case, I'm going to do set off heal 70. Set to 70%. Okay. I guess that works. And I don't think there's anything else I want to change right now. If I can't think of anything else, I suppose it's time to head out. Now, I don't know what they'll do if I go into Ghost Wolf. She'll put on aspect of the cheetah, but the other ones will get kind of left behind. That's fine. So we'll just... I guess it doesn't matter because they'll just follow me eventually anyway, teleport to me, so fuck it. For traveling around, there's not much reason to kind of worry about how fast they're going. Because they'll just catch up with me anyway, so... Yeah, there you go. They are. So, pretty much don't really care too much how far behind they get. We are just going to do the outside. I am just going to fast forward through that. And once we get back in the dungeon, I will unspeed it up, and we will continue from there. So, you know what? I'm probably just going to cut it, and then I'll meet you back when we are done with that and we get in the instance. So, I will see you in a moment, basically. Okay, we are now inside, and funny enough, just doing the outside area, or, you know, some of it, I completed, like, almost half the quest, basically, just because most of them are just, like, kill a bunch of stuff, get the Serpent Bloom and stuff like that. So that's pretty funny. But yeah, so far, it's going pretty well. The warrior does use Sunder Armor. It doesn't seem to be pulling as much thread as I expected, and maybe I remember the other one, she was spamming it a lot more, but maybe he's got more spells now, the warrior, so I don't know. But he doesn't seem to be pulling threat as much, maybe because there is me being the tank or something, so he doesn't do it on purpose as much or something, I don't know. And having the healer set to an off healer has been going pretty well. It's a little bit strange. Like, after combat, they seem to top people up. It seems like. It seems like he tops people up even if they're not below that threshold or something. So that's both good and also kind of strange. But yeah, I mean, he does spend a decent amount of mana on damage, but it's a good thing in that we're killing stuff a lot faster from that. So at least in that outer dungeon area, it was going pretty well. So I'm hoping the same continues as we go through this place. So we'll just have to see. I know that Mind Blast is a, see, like right there, I was at 80%, and he started healing me up at 80%. So I feel like the hybrids, if I'm, not just making shit up here, it seems like the hybrids do try to top people up after combat is over. Man, I'm so glad I switched back to the vanilla graphics, man. I don't know. It's so much better. Here, let's ask let's see. Hello, what is it? What is it? Cast power word, not world, shield on me. Thank you. Yes! That shield looks so much better, more subtle, and less obnoxious than that other one. Holy fuck. Sometimes bigger is not always better. Sometimes a nice 2D sprite effect is good enough. Billboard effect, I mean, not sprite. But yeah, it's I might tell him not to use Mind Blast because I know it's a pretty expensive spell, but we'll see. We'll see if mana is being an issue or anything. But yeah, right now, at least with a priest and in a four-man right now, I am definitely liking having the priest set to DPS, but as an off healer kind of thing, a lot more so far. So pure healer, I'm sure, is extremely helpful in certain situations, but I think in a lot of cases it's overkill or unnecessary in some senses. Oh, look at that. I like that the hunter, she actually like, what the hell happened there? Evolving ectoplasm. I forget what caused them to actually. That's so fucking weird. Oh, it's because of the elements. That is so. That's honestly something you almost never see, I feel. But yeah, the hunter, she actually like repositions to get into range, so she can actually shoot her ranged weapon. That's pretty cool. I like that. Yeah, and I don't think it's just because of our composition, but our kill time has gone down quite a bit. Maybe it's because their gear got better, because they got level 20 or something. That's probably part of it, but I think having the healer set to off heal is definitely doing quite a bit of wonders in some senses here. And funny enough, I think we almost have like an actual like unintentionally decent kind of composition going on here because the hunter has the wolf the wolf pet, and so far I haven't felt like I need to turn off the pet, which is nice. But the hunter has a unintentionally good pet in terms of composition because the the wolf has that furious howl or whatever, which increases melee damage, I think, of the next attack, which is very handy when you have a DPS warrior as well, or just any melees in general, so that's pretty nice. That it just happens to have gone about like that. So right now, we're doing pretty damn good. I'm feeling pretty damn good about this. You know, not as if I expected this to go poorly, but it's definitely feeling a lot better this time than it was in certain parts of Dead Mines. Let's go up this pathway first, why don't we? I am very surprised that those guys aren't linked, or these two are not linked. Furious. Keep fucking resisting. Oh, man. Oh, gosh. That's annoying. Alright, so... as I might show in the video or cut it out, somebody, I guess a new player on the server, asked me to invite them to the group, and I did, but then I realized they're alliance, so they would need to be summoned to Wailing Caverns, or at least it would be a very long distance to get here. But then I was not actually sure if you could even summon in vanilla with the meeting stones, and I had a feeling that you couldn't. And yeah, at least somebody confirmed that no, you couldn't. So unfortunately, could not go with somebody else. Well, I mean, I could if they wanted to come here, but it'd be a long fucking walk, so I doubt they were gonna come. But best of luck to them. It's kind of funny though. Let's see. We got Lady Anaconda and at least one serpent or I'm sorry, one raptor with her. So what I'm gonna do is put the companions on stop, leave this totem down, pull her back with lightning, 2 lightning bolts.
None can stand against the serpent lords.
Alright, yeah, fuck it. Just kill the raptors. Kill the raptors first, and then we get her. And I'll say even that was a little bit messy, but our off-healing priest did very good. So I give him some credit. Good job. You are doing better as a healer. You are doing better as an off-healer than a pure healer, I think. Oh yeah, now these 4 gems are going to take up 4 slots in the end, so that kind of sucks. Well, I got a shoulder pad upgrade. Kind of would have preferred the bag, but that's cool. Cool either way. And the priest, interestingly, yeah, he does like support stuff such as putting a power word shield on and stuff. Now, one thing to note, this is to Ace, the I'm pretty sure he's the creator of the server. At the very least, I'm pretty sure he's the owner of the server. You know, I don't want to make assumptions there, but maybe you have it already. But that might be a thing that some specific warriors, like a little bit on the try-hard side, whatever you want to say, on the min-max side, they might not like that behavior to some extent. I wonder how the hunter pulled aggro there. Surprised. But yeah, some warriors and rage-based classes, like maybe a feral druid, might, in some cases, not like the priest to put power word shield on them because that, well, at the very least on Vanilla Plus, this is the case. It might be the same in Vanilla. That reduces how much rage that they generate during that time when they had the power word shield up. Now, it's not always the case that power word shield is a bad thing to have. It's just at the beginning of a poll where they want to have as much rage as possible and gain as much rage as possible to gain threat, they might not like that behavior. So, just a note. And it might just be me. It might just be me being a not knowledgeable player at the same time, but just something that I have kind of learned about that might be of some importance in some niche cases to some niche players. But yeah, I can't really say it enough. I am liking having the healer as an off healer a lot more. That is for sure. Resist again. Oh man. Well, good job, Priest, being very quick on that dispel. I'm gonna have to start clearing inventory soon. I definitely like this floating combat text a lot more than the default that I had before, or whatever you want to call it. Because in a lot of cases, I don't need to see all the numbers. So this is definitely a lot less overly distracting, I'll say, so that's good. In the pace I'm going, a very leisurely, relaxed, slow pace. This is probably gonna take quite a while, but I'm alright. I'm just chilling. Might have to... I might have to, edit a lot out of the video or whatever, but this is pretty chill. Speaking of that, I'm going to actually cut this part out. Or I'm gonna cut this part real quick and then start a new recording. Okay. Yeah, like I said, it's a lot better to kind of cut the recordings at like it's probably better even at like 30 minutes each instead of an hour, but an hour is definitely a lot better than say 2 or 3 hours for one recording video because it gives you better control of it during editing and shit like that. I like that the priest actually buffs the hunter's pet. Oh shit. Damn. Level 21. All that rested XP went to pretty good use. What's the next talent point I wanted for... I'm probably gonna just, what do you call it? Redo my talent points next time I get the opportunity and put them in a little bit more logical place, because I realized, like, convection... It's... Convection's probably not as good as concussion, because damage is better for threat. But for now, fuck it. And I'll get elemental focus for that chance of a free shock cast. Oh man, this is a fucking messy spot. So what I'm gonna do is tell my companions to pause, and I'm gonna go around so we got a better angle to pull them at instead of that fucking mess. This feel like it's this feels like it's going significantly smoother than Dead Mines did overall. And I mean, I don't really think it's just because of the composition or anything. I just but yeah, that's my recommendation. If it's not a druid, because of that whole problem with the shifting over and over probably. Um I would definitely say set the healer to a off healer and just take good advantage of that. Yo, Kresh, what's up, my man? What's up, my big man? Huh. So Kresh's his worn turtle shell, it's probably worth just selling on the I mean, it's like 10 silver, I guess. Not that amazing. It's a cool ass shield. It's a turtle shield. But it only has one more armor than the one I currently have, so yeah, that's definitely not worth using. I'm sorry, my friend. I forget if you have like I'm pretty sure that Kresh has a blue shell that he could drop, like a pretty rare variant of his shell that he could drop instead of that white one. But I could be wrong. I know that was a thing at some point, but I don't know if that was a thing in vanilla or not. Well, it's official. My inventory's fucked. What else is new? Now, it would be nice if my leatherworking was somewhat higher, because then I could turn this light leather into medium. But currently, it's not. Yeah, it's not yet up there. Oh well. It's not nearly as bad as the cloth problems that like to happen. Resist, fucker. A little thing I didn't really consider that is a kind of niche, but I think an advantage nevertheless. The fact that we have 3 trolls, including myself, we all have the, at least we should, I don't know how exactly it works in the bots, but we all should have the beast slaying racial, so we get almost so many things in here are beasts, so we get 5% more damage. That's nice. Now we got this annoying shit. Well, kind of annoying shit of this area with all these stupid little ads. Oh, goodness. What the fuck? Okay, I don't think that's supposed to happen. I don't think that's supposed to happen. Oh, shit. Indeed, my man. Bad things coming indeed. Think I'm gonna have to heal our healer. I mean, our warrior a bit. Well, good job, guys. I don't know what the heck that was about, but or maybe the hunter's pet did that. I don't know. Who fucking knows? But worked out in the end. So good job, guys. Yeah, I'll give the pet some credit. I mean, it might be annoying in some cases if you didn't want it to be taunting stuff or whatever, but it's like, unless it's fucking up positioning, it's like, I don't really care that much. If it's taking some hits, then cool. It's fine with me. But yeah, that's very good to note. It seems that, yeah, the hybrid classes, they heal people after combat, even if they're above the threshold that you have set. So that's handy. What the shit? And a resist, of course. So, I don't know if that's like intended or whatever, like a vanilla thing, like when you pull those snakes, then the rest of them pull or some shit, but seems to be the case. It seems to be happening every time, so maybe it was a mechanic I never knew of. Who knows? Ooh, what the hell is going on there? That looks kinda sketchy. That looks sketchy. Alright, so you guys. No, 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 no. Don't do that. I'm sorry. Stop and stay right here. I'm gonna try and pull this one back, and then hopefully not pull these ones, but yeah. I'm not getting my hopes up for that. Alright, yeah, we got everything, so fuck it. Alright, boys and girls, we got a sticky situation here. And good job keeping me up, priest. Stop fucking resisting! Jeez. Alright. So that potentially messy pull went, perfectly fine. But fuck, man. That, fucking resisting Earthshock, man. Holy shit. Cobra Han, I want to click you. There you are. Alright, my man. Or you know what? No. Let's just do this. Oh, damn it. Well, it just sleeps the wolf, so whatever. That's fine. Get fucked. Robe of the Moccasin. 2 strength, 2 stam, 6 spirit. Pretty trash. Pretty trash. Looks cool, though. And now, on to the other side. Well, I think the Druids of the Fang first, because they have the heal. And then I'll just, dispel the Shambler's Rejuve when he casts it. Is he immune to nature? He might be. No, he's not. But I think he's very resistant to it. Which makes... Or maybe he's resistant to, he might be resistant to most... the most magic effects. I know there's at least one, a few little mechanics involving that enemy. So he's very resistant to magic. And he does rejuve, which, if you cast it, just try and dispel it if you can. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention that. They changed the fucking icons for a bunch of things. They changed the icons for a lot of stuff with the graphics patches as well. I don't know which one specifically, but probably the biggest one of like patch 3. And I'm like, I don't even know why. Like, the tailoring one looked perfectly fine. It actually looked better than the stupid one they went with. Same thing with the alchemy. I guess maybe it's more generic of the potion look, but it looks perfectly fine. The other one is like, I don't know, just stupid. Not so much changes on the people who did the graphics patches, but whatever they decided to go with eventually with Blizzard's design for WoW, I don't know. That just, some of the stuff just looked like shit. It definitely looked like shit to me, at least. Gotta love, just dispelling. Why did he have a bolt of linen cloth? It's strange. I feel like some of the loot tables are kind of fucked. But I don't know, maybe that is the case with those guys that they for some reason just have bolts of linen cloth of all things. Oh yeah, now we got these little assholes. I don't know if these guys are immune to nature damage. No, they are not. And yeah, they're not really even worth looting. What I should probably put down more in certain situations is, Tremor Totem, because then the priest is wasting less mana on... I mean, sure, he'd take a little bit less damage, but then he's using less mana and his focus on Dispel Magic and shit. So that's probably not a bad idea. In fact, I'll just do it now, because fuck it. Yeah, I should have corner pulled, but I was feeling lazy. And that's what happens sometimes when you get lazy. You get punished with bullshit. Extra serving of bullshit. Oh, yay! The rare spawn is here. Not that he's gonna drop anything that I need, but cool. Hello, my fairy dragon friend. I'm sorry. Not really. That called Fire Belcher. Nice. Cool ass wand, I'll give you that. Too bad I can't use it. Man, in terms of recording time, I wouldn't be surprised if this goes on longer than Dead Mines. Possibly. But maybe not. And either way, who really cares? Because I'm probably going to edit down quite a bit. As I've just kind of been chilling this one. But, okay, that's definitely a fucked loot table or something. Why does the plant have a fucking bolt of linen cloth? That's most likely just with a problem with whatever core is being used for the server, so can't do too much about that besides make some... Whatever server core is being used, make a commit to that and change the database shit. But good luck. Good luck figuring out what the hell to change there. Why the hell did you guys pull from all the way over there? This place has the weirdest linking shit ever. Where then, like, sometimes it's like, yeah, these guys are linked, but these ones aren't. I did not think I was going to be getting lost in Wailing Caverns, but I think we went a bit too far. And we skipped the Serpent Lord or something. So much money thrown out onto the fucking floor. Ha 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 ha. Good job, Undead. He actually used his will of Forsaken when he got slept. Good job. And might as well use this rumsy rum. Gonna get probably so much more eventually anyway, so it's like, fuck it. It's across. You dead, boy. Oh, oh. The stinging viper. Um, well, this is definitely an upgrade, generally, over this dagger, but it is pretty damn slow. But I think I'm definitely fine with, taking that slowness. I think I'm definitely fine with taking that slowness for the upsides of it being quite a big upgrade overall. So I'll just drink these, get them out of my inventory. I can actually fit some other shit. And take that quest item. And take the Stinging Viper. Yeah. Yeah, boy. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna just use it, because it is a lot slower, but it does also do quite a bit more damage. Has that cool little proc and everything, so yeah. And it looks sick. I'd have to level up my mace skill up again, but that's fine. Yeah, when I think about it, we did actually get a decent comp here for this place, because all these stupid shamblers are highly resistant to magic stuff, so not being all casters is quite the boon. Being mostly physical damage is quite nice. I think that this area is, like, entirely optional. So I think I got every quest complete besides that. I need Dreadfangs, and there is some Dreadfangs here. Yeah, there is. I know those guys can be kind of tricky. Yeah, so let's just fucking... Just for completion's sake, let's just pull these fuckers. Yeah, I don't know if that Dreadfang is, like, worth focusing down or something, because I, taking quite a bit of damage there, it seems. Not really sure exactly from what, but I just was. So many forked tongues. I just have a bag full of tongues. Yeah, that was satisfying. So let's fuck this guy up. Aw, poor scum. Man, that's just way shittier. Cape of the Brotherhood. It looks, well, like shit. It's just a tiny, one of those tiny little cloaks. Oh, guys, just stop and then come. Don't come on me, but come over here. Yeah, I think this is one of the more difficult pulls here. You know what? Use this rum. Why don't we? I'll eat my fish treat. Fish treat. The hell we got here? We got 5 or just 4? It looks like just 4. Yeah, fuck it. Just focus the hell out of the Dreadfang and just hope that it all goes well. Resisting. Oh my, I don't know, man. I don't know what the fuck is going on with that shit. I feel like that resist chance is just happening too much. But, well, maybe, okay. In this case, it's probably not, because I was like, oh, wait a minute. These guys are druids and everything, and druids of this fang, so they probably just have a really high, a relatively high nature resistance. That's my guess. That's probably the main thing going on there. It's just they got a high nature resistance. Nice use of your racial there. Good job, Undead. Good job, Javan. The tongue of many forks, or the bag of many forks, forked tongues. And we got all the Dreadfangs killed. So yeah, we could skip these guys if we want. Good job with that, Undead. Instead of being feared into everything, you did the smart thing. And you use your racial. I feel like those guys are gonna pull. So I'm not gonna risk that. Let's do stop and come stay. Oh, great. Fuck it. Guys, try to help me. Oh, look at that undead. He's just like, fuck it. I'm just gonna fly. That was sick as fuck, man. And then the wolf tried to come. Okay, good job, guys. I was like, what the shit? Dude, that was fucking awesome. I love the warrior bots, man. Fucking, he's like, you know what? I'm just gonna fly. Fuck gravity. Is it? Ah, the troll's using Shadow Guard. I didn't even realize it. Nice. Not that it really matters, but that's pretty cool. Man, look at that hunter just showing off, shooting that bow backwards. Fucking show-offs, man. Burden the ever-living. I know this guy is not easy. Or at least he's quite the hard hitter. Oh, serpent gloves. Well, those aren't very great. Those aren't very great. The serpent gloves, they're just worse. At least, I think they are, so. Okay. So, well, I got pretty much all the buffs I could really have on myself. Anything else I could think of? Besides cloning myself, which, honestly, I'd rather, one, not do it if I don't need to, and then, two, probably save it for the final thing, honestly, because that's, I think, overall harder than this. Well, let's do it to it, I guess. Alright, never mind. That wasn't really too bad at all. He hurt a pretty good amount. Points. Ooh! Nice! A shield upgrade. Ooh! And it's a shaman one. You know, one that's probably mostly for healing, but who really gives a shit? That is sweet. Alright. We got a nice new shield, baby. Awesome. Look how pretty that thing is. Look how pretty that thing is. It's a shield. It's a shield, all right. All right, guys. So stop, pause, or come here, pause, and let me jump down like an idiot. And now to do the escort. We got respawns? Wow. Wow. God damn. We have been taking our goddamn time, but we got respawns. Holy shit. That's crazy, son. We got fucking respawns. Alright. Well, yeah. My goodness, man. Been like just about 3 hours. Holy shit. I mean, I'm having fun, but it's insane how quickly this shit goes. And we got fucking respawns. Like, wow. I'm really quite the adept at dragging my feet, aren't I? I swear, there's some weird shenanigans going on with some of the, what do you call it? The pulling? Or the linking of the enemies and stuff? I don't know what the term exactly is. This place gave a lot more XP than I was expecting, honestly. I guess it's probably just because it's got probably generally like maybe more enemies. But more elite ones as well than Dead Mines. Because in Dead Mines there's a lot of like non-elite enemies. That's just my guess though. But yeah, Wailing Caverns, pretty good place for this whole thing, I guess. Especially if you take a decent composition for it. Don't take a bunch of druids and shamans, because they're gonna get so much of their shit resisted over and over again. Uh, yeah, you know what? Uh, the clone. Oh. Well, guess you could only do that on the outside. Well, I hope we can do it. Guess worst case we wipe and then I try to do it afterwards or something. Yeah. Oh, fuck your sleep shit. Well, that worked fine. Good job, guys. Very good job. I am awake at last. And then they go off to be lovers or whatever the fuck they do. Oh, didn't want to really loot that right this second. Alright, first, get that quest. And loot some of this garbage. I am awake at last. Alright. So, what do we get? We got trash loot. At least, well, actually, that's not trash loot, because in a little few minutes I can actually wear those, and they're better than these. So, I mean, technically better. Not that much better, but what the hell is that? Every 4 seconds? That's fucking weird. I thought it was always every 5 seconds. I guess not. But yeah, that's what we got. We cleared the dungeon. Pretty sure that was everything. Yeah, we did the escort. Yeah, so we did everything, so I am going to pause, loot whatever stuff is left, whatever stuff we left behind, and I'll be back for when I'm handing in the stuff and we're outside, so see you in a minute. Alright, so we are back up to the surface, and yeah, I would say the bots did quite beautifully throughout that dungeon, especially having the priest set to off healing or whatever, and range DPS, but off healing and all that. There was a few little hiccups that here and there with his efficiency and stuff, but especially at that last encounter with the final Murloc boss and everything. That was a little bit worrisome, seeing him use up all of his mana and everything. But, you know, if I wanted to, I could have been a little bit more micromanaging and everything, but I didn't have to be. It worked out. What the hell else was I gonna say? Oh, yeah, I was thinking I might as well show off selling some of the stuff, because that could be satisfying. Sell all junk. Got 2 gold currently and 58 silver. Ooh, and that was a whole just worth of junk items or whatever. That was a whole gold and like 30 silver. Very nice. And yeah, I would say it was definitely worth in this case at least. Maybe it'll be in the next case too, I don't know, but in this case it was definitely worth only bringing 3 the way that I did. Because even though it probably took a little bit longer, I mean, I was taking forever anyway, so didn't really affect that, I don't think. But that saved me almost an entire gold worth of money, only bringing 3 instead of 4, so that was real nice. Because we clearly didn't need that, a 4th one in this case. And I kept the Gloves of the Fang for now, just because, I don't know if I'll do this place again, maybe. Probably not this time, but I don't know. So I'll probably keep him for now. Well, all those are shit for me, so yeah, I'll pick the plans. What did she want? She was the Eradicate. Okay, yeah. Level 22, baby. Now, is this soulbound? I guess not. That's interesting. A quest reward that's not soulbound. Not very often you see that, at least as far as I could tell. And now I could wear these shoulders, which really aren't that much better than the shoulders I have, but gives that nice, kind of nice little benefit of the 3 health per 4 seconds, so Yeah. And they look kind of cool, I guess, so what the hell? Might as well use them. And I could sell this on the auction house then, the Serpentis, or whatever the serpent's shoulders. That's nice, but I'm level 22. Well, I might as well get a point into this. Or no, I'll get a point for reverberation. Then I'll have shorter cooldown on shock, but I'm probably gonna redo my talents anyway. Anything else? Well, I need to get skills, obviously. There's a choice between bag or pants. Yeah, I'll definitely go with the bag. Thank you. Thank you. And I will sort out the bag later. Alright. I will be right back after I get to more quest givers, so be back in a sec. Okay, we are now in Ratchet. About to hand in 3 quests. The port. Smart drink. Oh, that's for the RFK Razorfin Crow. This one is like one of the most obnoxious. Like, this is probably one of the quests that probably the least people have done in the game, at least for dungeon quest or something. This fucking Blue Leaf Tubers one. It's just so like convoluted in its what you're supposed to do kind of shit. And it's I don't know, in such an obscure kind of place. RFK is already a pretty damn obscure dungeon by most people's standards. And then having a quest that is only for the very end part of it, that's asking a lot. Aha, yeah. Thank you. And he mentions the Torn Lady at the top of the cliff. Atop the hill above the Wailing Caverns. Okay, yeah. Wait, well, let's make it quicker and take the flight path. So I will be right back. Man, having Ghost Wolf is so goddamn nice, man. So nice. Oh, look at that, man. These nice slime-encrusted pads getting replaced immediately. Well, I guess that's not the worst thing. Shard to Elder's Rise. Yep. Rest of these go get turned into Thunderbluff, so be right back. Okay, so we're back in Thunderbluff. And we'll hand in Nightmares. Why is to speak of things such as this, though I advise you, blah, 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 blah. You should not concern yourself with the Emerald Dream or not as we thought. That's always the fucking funny thing with the Emerald Dream. They still haven't done an expansion about it, have they? They haven't. And it was like one of those things that was so anticipated or whatever. I don't think they ever did. Kind of a shame, I guess. Blah blah. You kill the leaders of the Druids of the Fang. Dreams are now free of their wicked faces, and you have help. Damn. Barons from a cursed future. What is this? That Sonic game with the where you go back in time and in the future and everything. Well, I think the only choice for me, both money-wise and use-wise, is the Crescent Staff. And yeah, it's a pretty damn good weapon. Probably gonna keep it for at least a little bit as just a two-hander in case the need arises. Now let me get the Serpent Bloom Lady real quick. And here's the Serpent Bloom quest. Useless gloves. So handing in all those gave me about half a level. Not too shabby, I say. Pretty certain that was every single Wailing Caverns quest you can do. So, I'm gonna do before the next episode, as I did in this one and all that. Oh yeah, I also got the mantle thing, better shoulders and everything. Better shoulders than the ones I found. Oh shit. That was almost death. And a long walk back up. But yeah, I'm gonna sort out the stuff that I normally would with skills and auctioning and doing professions and whatever else, getting quests. But the next dungeon I will be doing is Shadowfang Keep within Silverpine Forest, because that is the next one in the kind of list or whatever. Let's actually see. Now it's 24 silver to hire a companion. So not too much more, I guess. But yeah, the next dungeon will be Shadowfang Keep. I will sort out a bunch of stuff, get all the quests, if I hopefully can, and all that shit, before I do that and everything. I was pretty, surprised at how effective the bots were today. It was very nice having the physical, happen to having the two physical damage dealers, the warrior and the hunter. And honestly, the hunter's pet was surprisingly useful. Like, it seemed like it was doing fairly well, you know. Some of those times where stuff got, like, pulled in weird ways. I don't know if that was some weird shit or what. Weird linking of enemies. I don't think that was the hunter's fault or its pet or their pet or anything, but I didn't see any particular need to dismiss the pet. It wasn't really causing trouble or anything, and it was doing, I'm guessing, a decent amount of damage, and it was taking some hits here and there, and you know, tanking some hits and everything. And the fact that we did it fairly comfortably as a 4-man was pretty damn nice. Setting the healer to off heal and then changing its off heal threshold to like whatever 70-75% was definitely so much better than having them set as healer all the time and everything. Even though it got a little bit worrisome at the end with the sustainability for mana, but in the end it worked. And the damage was significantly higher due to it, and stuff went faster, even though it took fucking like, still like took like almost 3 hours, but that's just because I'm slow as shit. But yeah, that was pretty damn fun, even though I'm up, it's almost 12:30 in the morning. But yeah, we completed WC, Wailing Caverns, and in the next episode we're going to do Shadowfang Keep. But thank you very much for watching this long episode, and I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you in the next one.